Welcome everyone to timeforbl. I probably already had that intro and I'm saying it again. This is your host JD Young, and I am in my new era of not having any ads play because I am not welcomed into the Spotify ad algorithm anymore because I don't have enough listeners. So share this with all your friends in all your groups. Let's get me some listeners. So I am going to be watching Step by Step episode 1 on GagaooLala with my cat, apparently. If you can hear him in the background. So yeah, let's get that GagaooLala. Step by Step episode 1. I'm very excited to see this. I love office romance especially, so another office romance. Let's go. Real quick though, before I get into this episode, I want to give it up to the GagaooLala marketing team, especially whoever is handling that tiki-taki, because one of the things they pointed out, which I agree with, is supporting them because they are a LGBTQ plus owned company bringing us LGBTQ plus programming from around the world, and they also have a lot of stuff that is not available in no matter how hard I look for it, mostly from the Philippines. There's a movie I want to watch eventually. I'm probably not going to review that one though because I've heard some stuff. But yeah, let's get into episode 1 of Step by Step. Oh my gosh. Like, I remember seeing in the commercials or in the ad, in the ads, how he was like used by the staff. But this is horrible. Like, everybody coming to you to get their paperwork done. And like he said, like, she should be checking with legal, and instead she's going to him. And I'm like, what? I could not imagine when I was in the work field handing my paperwork to someone else. One person tried to hand all the paperwork to me and like all the hard stuff to me, and I cussed him out. And even the boss like agreed with me and told him, like, if you don't want to do it, then you can get off the deal and it's her deal. And he never pulled that again. He never tried that again. But yeah, like, I cannot imagine putting all my paperwork on somebody else like that. Like, oh my gosh, poor Pat. How has he not quit yet? Or maybe he's like, I'm the rookie, I'm the new guy. This is what I get. And then when a new guy comes in, they'll throw it all on him. But oh my gosh. All right, so joining me on the couch is Mr. Young. He's not going to be here for long, but he was like, well, if he sees something, he'll talk about it. And he's mostly probably going to just talk crap about Step by Step. And it's the first episode. That's the sad part.
So in his fantasy, he didn't even like tell her off. He just like said the normal thing of, sorry, like, these are the things that I have to do. Like, he fantasizes about doing the bare minimum to not be taken advantage of.
Yes.
It's not even like, you fucking bitch, I'm not doing this bullshit work. Like, you do it yourself. It's, no, actually, like, I got to do this, and I got to do this, and I got to do that. Like, that's a normal thing that you would tell somebody.
Well, he's the new guy. He's the new employee, so everything has kind of just been dropped on his desk. Everyone just takes advantage of his newness.
Is that maybe that's normal for like their culture? Like, maybe that's what's supposed to be happening.
But is it right? No. Okay, so I was thinking about that because she's telling him to translate it into English. They're having him translate documents into the language they need and proofread documents into the language they need. And it's like, don't you have a translator for that? Why? Or shouldn't you be the one translating that? Why is he expected to translate it? That's what I was thinking about.
Do they not speak English?
I think that's the whole thing. I think this is a company where everyone is supposed to speak English and Thai. And the new employee is getting all the translation work when they should be able to do it themselves. Like, I understand even having someone else proofread it after you've written it. I get the proofreading part. But why is he doing the translation work? He has a point.
Yeah, but also he's a month into work, so it's like, should you be complaining a month into the work? Like,
he said over a month.
But that's still not that long. He just got there. He's like, I gotta shake up the system. Like, they're giving me too much work. Like, how about, like, do your thing, and then after your probation period, like, then complain. Like, I don't know. I hate to take a company side, because fuck capitalism, but I don't know. This fucking guy sounds kind of entitled.
I think he said he passed his probation period, or he's over his... after we...
like 8 months ago?
Oh... That's what she said. It moved so fast. I thought she said you've been there for 8 months or something like that.
No, I thought he said he was there for 1 month, and she said you're still on probation for 8 months.
Okay. So they're letting him do everything because he's still in his probation. How did I miss that?
I guess you weren't paying attention.
Yeah, I was watching the food, and I was like, I want papaya salad. Okay, so he's still in his probation period. Yeah, he can't really complain. He's stuck. So my husband said this is what he should have opened with, because he was just talking about petty stuff, and now he's talking about real stuff, like gossiping while you're supposed to be working, and then sexually harassing the female coworkers.
Like, imagine this guy's like, oh, like, I do all the work around here. Everyone is all old-fashioned. They don't do things the most efficient way. And also, they're fingering the fucking secretary. Like, wait, hold on. What was that last thing? Like, that's the bad thing. That's the thing you should be worried about. Like, not the fucking, I do all the busy work around here. Like, how about open with the sexual harassment that's rampant?
Okay. True. He didn't even get off the elevator. Like, this dude is getting back to work, and she's stopping him and saying, oh, since you're still on the elevator, could you... He didn't even get off the elevator. Oh my gosh. Actually, I can relate to this. Something like this happened to me. So it was when I was working in the car industry, which I've talked about before, and I had to go get keys for a particular car. And then someone decided, because I was getting keys for a particular car, to ask me to get keys for another car. And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then asked me to go get the car they needed when I had to go get the car I needed. And I was just standing there staring at them. And I guess the way I looked at them, they were like, I'll go get it. Because they realized real quick, like, I was not in the mood.
Even if you weren't, like, busy right then, the audacity?
Yes, it's because I was new. It was because I was new. He thought he could get away with it.
Like, you know, it's one thing. Hey, you're grabbing some keys. You mind grabbing mine while you're over there? Oh, go ahead and pull it around for me. Like, excuse me?
Exactly. I was like, no. He was like, oh yeah, I'll take it. What? So I wasn't sure how early we were gonna have the meet cute, but yay, it's happening at around 8 minutes in, a little after 8 minutes in. Awesome. That man's shoes is like twice his salary from one paycheck.
What's happening?
I don't know. They're still standing there.
He just dropped shit all over his feet and just stared at him without apologizing. Now they're just looking around like, fuck, where did that cup come from?
That's a meet cute.
I don't know what that is. You kept saying that.
Okay, so a meet cute is when the two people who are going to fall in love in the show, movie, whatever, they meet for the first time. And a lot of times it's like an accident. You know, like in a lot of movies, they'll have where like the woman is falling and the guy catches her. Yeah.
In anime, that's when like the chick trips and like her titties goes in the guy's face.
Yes. For the raunchier version. But yeah, like my favorite meet cute to this day is another show called One Love the Series, where the guy almost gets hit by a car and the other guy saves him and a mirror is being carried across, so you see the reflection in the mirror. What would you do if you realize the man you just spilt a drink on works on the executive floor? Because he, as far as he's concerned, this guy works on the executive floor. That's where he stopped. What would you do if you are at your job, you spill a drink or something on somebody, and then you realize they work on the executive floor?
Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah.
Like, sorry.
My bad. Sorry.
What the hell else can I do?
Can you afford to pay for whatever you spilled on?
This shit isn't ruined. It was just a spill. Oh my god. It's dirtier just walking outside.
Maybe.
He pedals everywhere he steps so that his soles never touch the dirt.
Yes, his name is, oh gosh, what's his name? Prince Hakeem?
No, you're talking about from Coming to America.
Coming to America. The king, everywhere the king walks, rose petals get put down. And then they went in. Where did they go into? It's like, who's going to clean up these damn rose petals?
Barbershop.
Yeah. All right, and this is good night to Mr. Young. You see, he's not young no more. Why is this man perfect? Buying out the bread because he knows that they're going to just throw it out at the end of the day, so he's stopping food waste. If I find out next that he also delivers it to a homeless shelter or just gives it to people to eat on the street that he sees that are hungry, oh. Mr. Young's gone to bed. He won't hear this part, right? Like, the man is already better than Dunkin' Donuts, which Krispy Kreme is superior. Let's be real. Okay, so he's out to dinner with his friends that he worked with when he was interning at their company, I guess is what is being established. And at the internship goodbye party, they're talking about how he is very brave because he asked a guy for a cigarette. So, in case anyone doesn't know about the cigarette joke, I don't know if in the Thai language, like, it's also like a euphemism for going down on a dude. I think that's what but I know, like, that's the whole thing with the cigarette. You suck the I will stop now. I leave the cursing to my husband. Like, I'm raunchy too, but I'm a clean raunch. There's no such thing. He didn't wash his hands. That is nasty. Oh, neither of them washed their hands. I don't think. I mean, yeah, they weren't actually doing anything in the bathroom, but it's still nasty. Wash your hands. Him and the girl, like, he's like trying to be all coy, asking about what oh god, Jeng does with the bread. I couldn't remember his name for a second there. And she is not even hiding the fact that she is fangirling over this man. I am too scared to ask him. Oh my god, of course I remember him. He is so handsome. Like, she's giving you permission to wild out. Wild out, my dude. Wild out with her. Y'all can giggle together. He's hot. All these people sitting around and complaining about Jeng is getting on my nerves because all they do is order their own pat, and here they are so scared to work with someone who's going to force them to work and is going to order them around. There's a song, and I believe the lyrics are "What goes around comes all the way back around," sung by Justin Timberlake of the 2000s, featuring Timbaland. Age myself. Okay, so this entire time I thought Jeng was just the new manager, and I'm like, oh, it's just an office place romance, age gap romance, and a manager employee romance. And I was like, the problematic part, most problematic part, is a manager employee romance. Well, let's see how that goes, because they fall for each other before they find out. He's also the owner's son. Oh my god! So, who was it? It was Nani, me, and BL Gossip Girl were on a Twitter space talking, and we were talking about how we'd love to see an office place romance when it turns out is the boss's son. So yeah, that exists already, so we could just kick that out the door. So far these people are complaining about having to do their jobs, and he complaining about having to hand in things for the manager to review a week ahead of whatever the deadline is for, whatever meeting. And I'm just like, these are normal things. Like, especially if you want a well-running company, of course the managers gonna want to go over everything ahead of time to make sure y'all don't have mistakes in the meeting. What? Why? Oh my gosh. These people really have become lazy. Talking about, because of my age, I have seniority, which means he has to respect me. Yeah, he should respect you the same way you respect him, but he's still your boss, ma'am. Oh my God. These people. I was waiting for this. I was like, is he gonna eat the croissant with a knife and fork? Because I here's the thing. I knew it in my brain. I knew it. I felt it coming. Did I ever tell y'all about the time I bought croissants? Was it just to eat croissants? Or the guys in the bakery were hot. Okay, they were hot. I walked into that bakery. Was I a preteen or teen? I was young. Okay, this was like, I think when I just started high school, and I walk in to the bakery, and like guy number one is asking me, if I know what I want, and I was like, the chocolate croissant, because it was like a croissant chocolate covered, and he was like, okay. He takes it out and puts it in a bag and hands it to the other guy who is equally hot. He's like, okay, I'll ring you up over here, and I'm like, I walked out of there, and my mom was like, oh, did you get what you wanted? I'm like, I think so. I don't know. I didn't want the chocolate croissant, actually. I think I wanted chocolate cake. But he was standing in front of the chocolate croissant. That's what it was. He was standing in front of the chocolate dip croissant. So I bought it because he's hot. And the thing is, I haven't done anything like that since. I've gained my willpower since then, but my friends have, and I've called them out on it every time, and then told them about my experience with the croissants. If I recall, I didn't even like croissants at that point yet. Like, was that the reason why I started eating croissants? I think it was. This man right here, Jeng, probably would have me eating croissants too. Oh gosh, I love his reactions to being told what everyone really thinks of him. Oh gosh. And he's offering to buy him coffee next time. Well, sir, next time you will know who your boss is. But wow, I like that. When he asked him, what do you think? And he gave him his honest opinion. Like, yeah, he just wants to make sure everybody knows what their job is. Like, he's ensuring that there's a good workflow because it helps everything be more efficient for their department. But these people are enjoying their high horse and being the older employees and getting to boss all the younger employees around. And I just want to see that horse. Oh, wait, no, I don't want to see that horse sent to pasture. I don't want to see that horse sent to the glue factory. No, the horse needs to go to the stable. Oh God, I didn't think about it as I was like coming to say it. 30, flirty, and thriving. 13 going on 30. 30, flirty, and thriving. At 30, I already had a kid and my body is broken down. Actually, the day I turned 30 is the day my lactose intolerance went up. I had ice cream and that didn't work out for me. Used to be able to eat ice cream. Can't eat it no more. The day I turned 30 is when my back went out. A couple days after I turned 30. It's like I turned 30 and then the flip switched and everything was wrong. Everything is wrong. My knees are bad. My back is bad. My shoulders is bad. My neck is bad. He's right. You turn 30, you turn old. When I was 25, I didn't have these issues. Actually, there's a really cool song. It's 2931 is by Garfunkel and Oates. Beautiful song. Not beautiful in the sense of like, oh, so pretty. Beautiful in the sense of real. Real. Because it's about being 29 and you have like all this like positive things of what you think your life is going to be, and the opportunities are endless, that kind of thing. And then you turn 31 and you're like, there's nobody left, I'm all alone. I wanted to do like a 2931 thing, but I was already married by the time I was 29. No, I got married at 29, didn't I? The point is, I was married, so the whole there's nobody left, I'm all alone was just not gonna work for me because I'm married. Damn it, I could have been married to the game. Instead I married a man. I actually kind of like the fact that they also have it that Pat has like older friends, because it kind of just shows that he's used to interacting with his senior people who are his seniors. Even at work, everybody's his senior, work-wise and age-wise. With his friend group, he's the youngest. So, like, this age gap relationship, I guess, works because he's used to interacting with his seniors. Does it make him more mature? No, because his friend group, they're kind of guiding him and teaching him. They're even telling him, hey, you know, it's okay. Just go ahead and tell him, tear the Band-Aid off, rip the Band-Aid off. Let him, if he's going to reject you, let him go ahead and reject you so you can move on. I like his friend group a lot because they actually care about him. And I think I always say that's great advice. If you like someone, just tell them. If they reject you, just go, okay, you know what? I said it, you know it. We can move on from here. You just move on. You know, no one has to like you just because you like them. And it's okay to just tell someone how you feel about them and let them know I don't expect anything in return, or I know we're not going to be together. I just wanted to let you know so that we can both be more aware of how we interact with each other. If it's like a case where you're like, you're kind of always leading me on and I know nothing's going to happen. I've had one of those situations in both ways where I was the one who I didn't even realize I was leading someone on, and also I was the one being led on. I was like, I need you to stop doing these things because I keep thinking you like me and I know you don't like me like that. And then I've also been told, hey, could you stop doing certain things because I keep thinking you like me and you don't like me like that. And I like you and it's making it hard. And I'm like, and I've been there, done that, and experienced it on both sides. And sometimes it's just good to get it out, because you're getting it out for you, like on Bad Buddy the series, when he Pat finally told Ink that he had a crush on her in high school. It was like, I got it out finally. It's out there. I feel better. You'll feel better. So there is a rule I have for myself, and it's don't get drunk with coworkers. So when I was working, I would never drink with coworkers. Didn't matter. I've worked at companies where drinking at events is allowed and encouraged, and people are getting drunk and wasted. There's open bars and all that stuff, and they're partying. And I've worked at companies where it's not it's discouraged. It's there's no rules against it. It's just discouraged. I always just choose not to because of shit like this. Because of stuff like this. Everybody getting drunk and shouting and people saying stuff and all that. Ooh, you can get in trouble because you might say the wrong thing and the manager might decide the next morning, you know what? I'm not going to let that go. And that's why I personally try not to get drunk with coworkers when I was working. I'm not working anymore. My coworkers are children because they're not my coworkers. They're my bosses. They boss me around all day. Okay. So Ying is outside begging Pat to help her because she has a presentation and the format's messed up, the translation's messed up. She needs him to translate and reformat, and she is crying. And then the subtitle says melodramatic wailing. That cracked me up. Like just calling the subtitles is calling her out. Like, look, This is too far. Okay. She's melodramatic. The amount of audacity she has. She's like, I have a presentation tomorrow at 10. Could you do the presentation for me and have it to me by 8 a.m.? Who? You have a presentation tomorrow at 10. Why are you out partying and getting drunk? Maybe you should have brought your laptop to the party so you can work on it while partying it up. What is wrong with you? She needs to be fired. She needs to be fired. Her and the sexual harassment guy. I'm kind of just like sitting at the edge of my seat, just watching and waiting. And thankfully, the TV paused real quick, which I'm guessing is the internet, which means I can talk a bit about what I've seen so far. So he goes to the restaurant. Jeng is there, and he's like, why is he at this restaurant? And then he goes to his house, and he's working on the project for Ying that she asked him to work on, and he is stressed out because of that, because she needs it by 8 a.m. and they were out partying till when at night. And then of course he wakes up late, and he's gotten to work just in time, and the first thing that happens when he gets there, boss wants to see him. So he's going through a lot. And man, I hope I get to see the rest of the episode because my TV just froze. Okay, that was quick to get to the ending. So he now knows that the mystery guy that he has a crush on, thank you phone, is his new boss. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait for next week to see where they talk, how that goes. And also I cannot wait to see where they go in the office. To have time alone. Oh my gosh, is anyone else watching A Boss and a Babe? A Boss and a Babe is so good. I should have reviewed that. I'll try to remember to do a review, but I won't make any promises because I always break them. But that was the first episode of Step by Step. I'm very excited for this to be the next series I review. I'm excited that I am finally on GagaooLala, so that I can review some of the many shows that they have, because they have a lot. I was looking through some of their lists, and they don't just have Asian shows, because I saw I clicked on the wrong thing, but there's other stuff on there too, and they have GL as well. I am very, very excited about this. Okay, GagaooLala, holla at your girl. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode of Time for BL. Have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, and good night, whatever it is, wherever you are.